Welcome back to Lynxx 24. Before we get to our interview, we again would like to thank the Tomah Cash Store for providing the set furnishings, as well as K&B Flooring in Tomah for the floor set. And we want to thank both those businesses for all their support of Lynxx 24 News. Well, it's not going to be very long before things get very loud and crazy in Tomah. Not only happening on June 20th through the 23rd. Yes, it's tractor pull time and truck pulling as well. It's the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pull in its 38th year will be taking place in Tomah. Mary Maas joins me from the Monroe County Ag Society and probably the leader of this group that puts on this event. And thanks for spending some time with me. You've got a busy schedule. I can't believe you got time to talk.
We do. It's been the last few weeks already have been just tremendously hectic. Pulling together a lot of things for this year's pull. It's really going to be a great year. Well,
first of all, congratulations. You are the 2012 NTPA Pull of the Year, and to win that Super National Pull of the Year award, I know is extra special. It's been won before, but boy, when you win it, it's really put yourself up there as one of the best in the land.
It is. Every year when we have the national results come out, you're always kind of keep your fingers crossed that you're going to be the one. And fortunately, Tomah has been the one for 19 years.
Wow. Now, to keep that going, you've got to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit each year. You know you got the sessions and you've got the pullers coming in, but you have to do some other things to help draw that crowd and make it more entertaining. And this year, you've got some new things again.
We've got a lot going on this year. We always do our Kids Club, which is on Friday, and that's free to all children. 350 kids come and color T-shirts and get autographs taken. And then new this year, first time ever in the Midwest, is the Rotella Super Rig Show, which is like a car show for working semi-trucks. The most prestigious show in the nation, actually.
Now, I'm sure because you're the #1 pull on the prestige of Tomah led to Shell wanting to bring that event to the pull. Now, where will people be able to look at that?
That will be in the parking lot directly across from the grounds between us and the Tomah Co-op.
Now, the nice thing about you, it's free admission to the grounds
yes.
and the pit area, and they can also see the show from Shell Rotella. So people don't have to worry about shelling out big dollars to see a lot of the things that are going on that weekend.
No, they don't. There's a lot going on. In addition to that, there's a few celebrity impersonators that'll be there. Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, Dolly Parton. And they'll just be roaming the grounds, getting pictures taken with the people, with the Shell Rotella show and all the different displays that are in there. And that's all free.
Now, let's talk about when events take place. It starts on Thursday. What are people going to see on that Thursday and the Friday events?
Each night we've got a different mix of pulling with trucks and tractors. Thursday night is our Fan Appreciation Night. People can go to either Ground Round, Quick Trip, United Auto, or Bernstein's and bring any receipt to the gate, and they'll get $5 off admission. Friday, we have a big kickoff with the Kids Club, and then we have a motorcycle parade. That's our salute to the Military Day, and military active or retired can get $5 off their ticket for either show.
That's probably one of the highlights of the show for me, is to see all these motorcycles coming in and the tribute to the veterans. It really kind of pulls the heartstrings, and the crowd just loves it.
It does, and when the motorcycles get up on the track and they all shut their it's dead silence, and it's really touching. Everybody's got American flags, and this year we're doing fireworks after the show on Friday night as well.
Always trying to find something to get people more involved. Now, I also have heard that a lot of the people that attend the pull are going to get little trinkets and little souvenirs that maybe they hadn't seen before as they just come into the grandstand area.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really good support from area businesses this year, as well as corporate businesses. So there's going to be a lot of hands out. I think it's just going to be a very, very fun atmosphere. Now,
there's a lot of things, arts and crafts, I know, is part of the event, and that's always a draw because I know some of the arts and crafters that have been there, and they enjoy spending time with these pulling fans.
Oh, yes. We've had vendors. The same vendors have been here for, some of them, the entire 38 years that the pull's been going on.
Well, we've got part of the weekend already talked about with the Thursday and the Fridays, but we've got a big weekend on Saturday and Sunday as well, and we'll give you information about tickets and camping and parking and all of that information, so stick around. We're going to take a quick 60-second break, and we come back. Mary will be joining me again, and we'll talk more about the big Budweiser Dairyland Super National Tractor Pull coming to Tomah June 20th through the 23rd. Stick around. Welcome back to Lynxx 24 News. If you're just joining us, we've been interviewing Mary Maas, the general manager of the Tomah Truck and Tractor Pull. The big Budweiser Dairyland Supernational Pull coming to Tomah the 20th through the 23rd in June, and not that far away. We talked about Thursday and Friday. Let's get into the weekend. What can people expect on Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, is going to be a really busy weekend. Of course, we have shows twice a day, 11 o'clock and 6 p.m. at night. The interesting thing for this Saturday, and Saturday is typically our biggest day, is that Mobile Delvac will be bringing in Aaron Tippin for a concert for the attendees at the Tractor Pull this year.
And when you have Aaron Tippin, it's not on the brochure or anything. You just never know what comes up when it comes to this pull, because there's some people that may just show up and do a performance you weren't even expecting as a bonus.
It's a bonus, and this has been in the works for a little while, but we didn't have anything definite, so we're just actually, tonight is the first time we're announcing it.
All right, well, let's talk about parking. That's always a problem, and I mean it because of the number of people that you have. What are things that people should take a look at when they're trying to find a parking spot?
What we've done this year, because of the Rotella Super Rig show that is coming in, which is generally one of our larger parking lots, is we've contacted the high school, the Assembly of God Church, and the Methodist Church in Tomah, and we'll be running shuttles from those 3 locations, as well as 3 of the hotels at the north side of Tomah. So come a little bit early. You're still within a 4 or 5 block walk if you choose to walk, but there will be shuttles going constantly throughout the day on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
And people can camp.
People can camp. We've got an expanded campground. We added an additional 100 sites this year. So we have a total of about 300 electric sites and about 100 non-electric. Showers out there. That's like its own little city itself. I always tell our board that I'm going to quit being manager. I'm going to go run the campground, because that's the fun place to be.
All right, let's talk about ticket prices now. What would people be looking at to say go to one session or multiple sessions?
Ticket prices for a single session are $22. If you'd make an all-day ticket, going to be there all day Friday or all day Saturday, they're $40. Or if you're going to come for the entire weekend, it's $115. They've been the same price for the last 5 years now.
And not a bad seat in the house. I've been there. And it doesn't matter where you're sitting.
Oh, no.
And believe me, there's some real experiences just sitting on the crowd when you get the John Deeres versus the Internationals and all of the side bets that go on.
You bet. There's definite camps within the crowd on which color is which out there.
Now, we talk a little bit about the fundraising, because there's so many civic organizations that use this pull as basically their big fundraiser for the year. And I know you're very proud of how your organization is so proud of how these civic organizations have been able to raise the kind of money they've been able to raise by being part of this pull.
That's actually true. A lot of people don't realize that the reason the pull was started was a fundraiser for the county fair back in 1976. As a result of the growth in that different veterans associations, it's a major fundraiser for the 4-H kids. Several different church groups, the Boys and Girls Club were involved at one point. The 4-H again, and the hockey was involved. So yeah, at one point, and they still are making between $60,000 and $100,000 a year. The clubs are off of this event.
And on top of the economic impact for not only Tomah, but for all of Monroe County and the surrounding areas is huge.
Yes, it is. It's about a $15 million a year economic impact on that. The University of La Crosse, we've actually had them do demographic studies for us. We've got one going on this year. We do one about every 5 years so that we can see what kind of money is coming into this community because of those events.
Okay, as we wrap things up, a phone number, website where people can get information on tickets and events?
Website is real easy, tomahtractorpull.com, or phone number 608-372-2081. We're also on Facebook, and we'll post on Facebook a lot this next few weeks. Any other new announcements coming up, check that first.
Well, congratulations to you and the hard work that you and your staff at the Monroe County Ag Society has done. Look forward to a fun event.
We have a great event. We have about 300 volunteers, and we're all looking forward to see you.
All right. The Budweiser Dairyland Supernational Truck and Tractor Pull. It's coming to Tomah, the Recreation Park, and it'll be June 20th through the 23rd. And we come back, we'll have more news on Lynxx 24. Welcome back to Lynxx 24 News. I'm Steve Peterson, and we've been talking with Mary Maas, who heads up the Monroe County Ag Society, and we've talked about how the tractor pull has helped the Monroe County Fair. You're going to put on your fair hat now, because we're going to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening in Recreation Park a few weeks later when the Monroe County Fair takes place.
Yeah, that's right. We just get finished up with the tractor pull, and we jump right into the fair, which is July 24th to the 28th this year. We've kind of changed the focus on the fair over the last several years and went toward more of a family affordable event, and gotten away from the big music acts of the 90s, which simply became too cost prohibitive.
Well, yeah, and you're depending on weather and the draw, and it was just probably some sleepless nights trying to make sure that you weren't going to actually lose money on it. But, you know, the fairs have evolved, and we've seen it, you know, I guess statewide, and you know that more than anybody, that you've got to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit. And I think the family atmosphere is what makes the fair more fun now, because the families can come, it's reasonably priced, and they've got a lot of things to see for the entire family, young and old.
That's true. One of the more popular areas that our fair has been kind of what we call our family corner, and that's where the Small Animal Learning Center is. We've got a magician clown that'll be there, TC Hatter. New this year is racing pigs we'll have back. Some of you may have seen them at the State Fair. And a wildlife show called Wild About Monkeys. And that's all free on the grounds. So once you're on the grounds, you can see that. There'll be several shows a day. And Wednesday night, you're familiar with, we have our Business After 5 down there.
And what's great about that is you take the business community, and it's really Monroe County businesses. It's just not Tomah businesses, and they can come and network. You kind of show out the fairgrounds. They get a chance to walk around. It's a really nice little party. A lot of businesses have partnered with it. The chambers do a great job, but it's really turned into quite an event on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it has, and it's a nice chance, like you said, to showcase the grounds. We've done a project the last few years on replacing the gates in all the barns, and we've gotten tremendous county-wide business support from that. So that's been a really, really good community project.
And I know the UW Extension does a great job coordinating everything when it comes to the animals and the cattle and all the different exhibitors that are part of the fair. They're busy working on it, getting ready for the fair, but having them be in charge really takes a lot of weight off your shoulders, because they kind of coordinate all of that.
They help a lot with that. We take care of all the entries in the office, and they work with the Extension office, the University Extension, and the 4-H programs, which, you know, a lot of the kids, and they're involved in the rodeo and the motocross, and the auction accumulates kind of with the auction on Saturday night.
So what kind of events do you have in the grandstand area?
This year in the grandstand, we'll have the Catch a Pig, which has been a real friendly family.
Are you part of that?
The first year we did it, and I figure I paid my dues. I shouldn't have to do it again. And with that, we do a community food drive. And that kind of ties in nicely. Fairs across the nation this year are doing a nationwide food drive. Their goal is to reach 20 million pounds of food, so they can do that. But that's entertainment. The rodeo and the motocross, of course, are always real good entertainment. And this year in the Veterans Beer Tent, we've got some really good bands. We've got a couple coming up out of Nashville, some out of the southern part of the country, so well worth the trip out this year.
So what's the admission to come to the fair?
$3 per day. Or you can get a season pass for $6.
And I'm sure the carnival has specials going on.
Carnival's got wristband specials for $15 every day. And that's another interesting point. A lot of people don't realize it's getting hard to get a carnival anymore, just because of the industry.
So if people want more information about the Monroe County Fair, how would they get it?
They can do the same thing. They can go to our website, monroecountyfairwi.com, or give us a call at the office, 608-372-2081.
And the dates for the fair again?
July 24th through the 28th.
All right, you're going to be busy for the next couple of months. You've got a tractor pulling a little over a week, and then you got the fair coming up at the end of July. Thanks again for joining me and be part of this. Well, that's going to do it for this segment. When we come back after the break, Karen will be joining me. We'll be telling you about a big event coming up involving the Lemon Wire Valley Telecom, and that's coming up next week. Plus, we'll have some final thoughts, and we'll probably even say hi to our dads as well, so stick around. We'll be back with our final segment right after this.